Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Dan Haslop, and welcome to the Rochester Community Sports Complex Transnational Premier Soccer League Contest for the visiting Rochester, New York FC Academy and your Flower City Union. The 2025 Union season is brought to you by their generous partners, the Bob Johnson Auto Group, Oaks Roofing and Siding, Kimbo, UR Medicine, the Stop DWI Program, Bill Gray's Restaurants, Ralph Honda, Pods, Paris Heating and Cooling, Schumann Construction, and Strangeburg. Now here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Rochester, New York FC Academy. There at forward, number 19, Eli Sidibe. There in midfield, number 6, Quinn Olcott. There in midfield, number 7, Aiden Burke. There in midfield, number 8, Nicholas Swanger. There in midfield, number 10, Jameson Riley. There in midfield, number 11, Glody Mata. On defense, number 2, Kyle Pollard. On defense, number 3, Zachary Dreyer. On defense, number 4, Brennan McDermott. On defense, number 5, Albert Zarcone. And starting in goal for the Rochester, New York FC Academy, number 1, Parker Cummins. The head coach of the Academy is Rory Churchola. The assistant coaches, Gianluca Cuomo, Aiden Miller, Roger Groom, and Andrew Lill. And now the starting lineup for your Flower City Union. At forward, number 10, Dylan Rice. At midfield, number 11, Nick Rippey. At midfield, number 12, Nate Masucci. At midfield, number 14, Jack Hobson. At midfield, number 17, Josh Baraka. At midfield, number 20, Gavin Egan. At forward, number 28, Rodrigo Almeida. On defense, number 3, Ryan Fitzgerald. On defense, number 6, Matt Benford. On defense, number 98, Kyle Nelson. And starting in goal for your Union, number 0, Christian Burkhart. The head coach of your Union is Jordan Sullivan. The assistant coaches, Antonio Lagamba and Ibrahim Kapitzik. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to ask you all to please rise. Kindly remove your hats and face the flag next to the scoreboard as we honor American and our brave men and women serving in the United States military both across the country and around the world with the playing of our national anthem.
Skies are a little gray, air's a little crisp, but any day we're playing the beautiful game is a beautiful day, and we got a beautiful one, and we've got a first here in Rochester, New York. You've got an NPSL matchup right here. We're in the Midwest region. We're in the Great Lakes Conference, and we've got a local derby, the first of its kind here in Rochester, New York, as Flower City Union hosts their crosstown rivals, RNYFC, Rochester, New York FC Academy. And that's a fun one here. I am Bill Smith. I am your all-in-one, your pregame, your play-by-play, your color, your postgame. I am your master of ceremonies for everything. I wear a lot of hats. I got a really strong neck. And we've got a fun matchup here. And that's a word. Talked to both coaching staffs before the game. I was down in the locker rooms, down on the field. And I asked, kind of that was my sort of my big question, you know, the fact that we've got this local derby. We've got Rochester and Rochester, Flower City and RNY. What is the way to describe it? And both coaching staffs, they use the word fun over and over. These are kids, and both clubs, both teams, the makeup, where the players play, how they arrived at this point, there's a different thread kind of for both teams. But these are young men that have played against each other, with each other throughout their lives for a lot of these kids on both sides. So a real fun matchup as you see Rochester against Rochester. Both teams, though, also talking about how competitive this one is going to be. And when you look at just numbers, and it's early, it's 2 games in. This is a 10-game season for this NPSL pre-professional type league that we've got going on here. Both teams are 2 games in, but they're at the top of the table. You look at this 8-team league, this 8-team region, the Great Lakes Conference. Both teams 2-0. Both teams with a goals for and against ratio of 4-1. That +3 goal differential. Both of these teams a pair of wins. Last week, 2 weeks ago, this game was supposed to be played. It was rained out across town, so that game gets rescheduled later in the year. So Flower City gets the pleasure of hosting tonight this first, as I said, first of its kind Rochester derby as Flower City Union takes on RNYFC. This is the second half of a doubleheader here at the stadium, here at the Rochester Community Sports Complex. Flower City 1872, our women's side, they had a game started at 2 o'clock, finished just a little while ago. They win 2-0 today versus Erie. So the first half of the doubleheader, if you are clad in lilac here in Rochester, goes the way you want it. And then here we've got lilac against emerald green. This is going to be a fantastic color matchup, if I may say so myself. In my day job, you've heard me say this before, those of you who have watched, listened to Flower City games, my day job involves the visual arts. I am going to love this one from the aesthetic side of things. And I think from the soccer side of things, we're going to love it as well. Like I said, competitive matchup. Both of these coaching staffs really excited about this one. I think both of these teams, and rightfully so, see themselves in the top half of this table in this league. There's a lot of talent on both clubs, and I think both are really looking forward to that side of it, just how competitive and just how fun, that's the word I'll keep using, they used, this one will be from a competition standpoint. So a lot of local characters on both teams. You see that throughout this league. A lot of the teams, it's made up of college players on their break. You kind of see this spring, summer, again, pre-professional league. You do see players that have moved on from college, couple on both sides in that same boat, but a lot of local connections. Now, on the RNYFC side, so many of these players have played through their academy, whether the Empire United, which has been rebranded RNYFC in just the last few years, either one of those or both, depending on what year the kid was a part of the program. You see how so much of their roster is a part of that. On the flip side, over for Flower City, a lot of local talent, a lot of local colleges, tons of local high schools represented, and you see club players up and down the roster from local clubs, a variety of them. Not as many sort of singular like on the other side, but a lot of local connections. We are getting very, very close here to kickoff on a crisp evening here in Rochester. We've had a lot of crisp evenings the last so many days or so. Some warmer weather is ahead, but a nice, fun soccer matchup coming your way here from the Rochester Community Sports Complex. Flower City Union about to kick off. There's the arrow, there's the point, there's the ball, and we are underway. And fitting that Kyle Nelson gets the first touch, Flower City's own. He's a member of the NISA team that won a championship a couple of years ago. Long-standing member of Flower City Union. He gets the first touch as we are underway here early in this one. He's going to see the ball, Nelson, that is, he, pronouns. He's going to see this one skitter over to his keeper, Burkhart. Now a whistle is going to put the ball back with Burkhart. Christian Burkhart, new member of Flower City, in for the banged-up Carter Kladstrup. Kladstrup having a real solid season in this 2-0 year so far. Burkhart, St. John Fisher, Empire 8 goalkeeper of the year this past season, 13 shutouts. Won a state title at Brighton High School, local school. As right now trying to get position, Eli Sidibe, he's got a little bit of room. He's just entering the box right now. He's working one-on-one against Nelson. Nelson's going to kind of physically kind of shove him. Let's see where the flags go. Flags point at keeper Burkhart, and this is going to be a goal kick for Flower City. Already some speed and some physicality in this one. Burkhart sends it wide. Flower City looking to attack up the right wing. Headed out of the air by A.J. Zarconi from RNY. Ball in the middle, sent ahead. This is going to be just banged into space. Into touch. This comes off the foot of Jack Hobson. And RNY will throw in. Early goings of this crosstown rivalry game. The term I've used twice already, and I'm going to use again and again. Perhaps it is the first of its kind. Your top level of soccer in Rochester, there hasn't really ever been a crosstown rival. Now, of course, we've got high school matchups and college matchups and different club matchups being what it is. But in a setting such as this really is, again, the first of its kind, this type of Rochester derby. Derby for those that are thinking I'm saying that word incorrectly, but I'm going to stay with it. As we got these two crosstown rivals here, the 2025 campaign of NPSL. RNY looking to attack up the left wing. Ball gets played back to McDermott. McDermott, one of the many academy players through RNYFC, Empire United. Switches over to Alcott. Alcott flips it for Burke. Burke once again back for McDermott. McDermott has got a point on the air, and assist in the win against Cleveland. This now a counterattack from Flower City. Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida. Pair of goals on opening day. Turns, tries to send a right foot toward the net, doesn't get it there. Rippey plays one back. Now into the box, far side. Toward the edge of the box, I should say, far side. Turning, Rice. He'll play it back. Flower City still looking to kind of penetrate. Lobbing ball up and a shove in the back of Masucci. And now a bouncing ball will end up near Dreyer. He's going to kind of just wing that one up the wing. Sent out again by Zarconi. Flower City keeping the pressure on. As I say that, RNY looks to attack up the middle, but they can't get it through to Hobson. Or Hobson stops it, I should say, for Flower City. Couple of bouncing touches, and it's headed back out toward midfield. Good atmosphere for this one. A couple different conversations I was having in the pregame as keeper Parker Kump touches for the first time. Expecting a good atmosphere and a good crowd today for this crosstown rivalry game. Supporters, you saw some green smoke right at the kick in support of RNY. You'll see some purple smoke out there as well. Should be a fun afternoon here, fun evening here in downtown Rochester. Sent wide for Burke. Burke looking to work edge of the box. He's got it to Pollard. Pollard into the box, headed away by Nelson. Bang down. Here comes Masucci. He's trying to play it out of there, but he's fighting down there. Masucci and Alcott got tangled, and this is going to be a Flower City possession coming away. Early stages of this one, 0-0. No shots to speak of for either keeper. But some fun athletic stuff to this point. Flower City will look to work it out of their backs. And now a counter back the other way. Here comes Sidibe. Sidibe currently the owner of every goal scored by this RNYFC team. Pair of victories, 2-1 and 2-0. He's got a pair of goals in each game. Headed away by Nelson as that ball found its way into the box. Headed down, Pollard with another touch out to the right wing. Almeida giving chase. Long ball way up over the top. Matt Bamford will watch this one roll past the end line, and we will get our second look at Christian Burkhart. First go here with Flower City, but like just about everyone up and down both of these rosters, a lot of history here in Rochester soccer, high school and college. Bamford once again. This is going to roll to Burkhart. Burkhart under a little bit of duress from Aiden Burke. .610 have elapsed here in this one. On the attack into the middle, not quite getting it inside was Nick Rippey. Rippey, though, is going to get another look at it. Right foot into the box. Contact with the keeper. But an offsides is going to negate everything that we just saw. Rippey threw one in. Baraka was in there, as was Gomez de Almeida. Gomez de Almeida, his pair of goals against Erie put him to the all-time leader for this franchise when it comes to goals. That counts the two NISA seasons and now the 2 seasons here in NPSL. Officials trying to get, I believe, Almeida to step back too close to this free kick. Now that'll get sent away. Clunky start to that one, but here we go. Hobson plays it ahead. Here's Egan. Egan now from the right wing. Lobs one. Almeida can't quite connect on the header. Almeida and Zarconi, a little too much physicality, and this is going to be a RNY ball. Zarconi, the Canisius sophomore, played high school, or went to high school, I should say, at Niagara Wheatfield out in Niagara County. Played his academy days at RNY like a lot of these players here. Here's a ball inside. This is going to go up and over. This is going to be way up and over. Burkhart. Burke had gotten in there. I'm going to apologize ahead of time if that trips me at any point here. Burke on Burkhart. Burkhart sends one up, flies right over Burke. Sent away on a nice clean slide tackle. Burke trips, but Flower City managed to clear the half. Now once again seeing it on their defensive side. Here's a ball out for Baraka. Baraka's going to try to attack up the right wing. Baraka working against Dreyer. Baraka slide from Dreyer, puts this one out into touch. Flower City will retain possession there. Jamison Rayleigh down there as well. Familiar name, Jamison Rayleigh, formerly with Flower City Union, now working with the RNY Academy and playing and contributing to this RNYFC team this season. He had an assist in that Cleveland game as well. Burkhart threads one inside, did connect that with Hobson. Rippey sees one fly over his head, headed away by Pollard. Shoved over about as close as you can get to where I'm sitting up in the press box with Bamford. And now a handball will reset this. There is an intensity to this one that is, you can see it, you can hear it, you can kind of sense it. Again, the crosstown matchup. So reset here, RNYFC. Jamison Rayleigh, aforementioned. Played it Stevens Institute of Technology, Bucknell High School in Lancaster. Western New York product, as you see up and down these rosters. He's going to put a left foot into this one to get it rolling here. Up well over the box, and this is going to scorch into touch. Bamford will play it back for his keeper, Burkhart. Burkhart up and over just about everybody. Attempting the header was Nick Swanger. Local soccer fans know him as U of R's captain. Plays a ton of minutes in that U of R midfield. And now the official here addressing something with Quinn Alcott. Correction, that's Zarconi. Bamford puts it wide for Nelson, who puts it back on Bamford's foot. Bamford and Nelson are playing catch. Nelson's going to left foot one, try to get one way down. Does connect with Gomez de Almeida. Rippey's there as well. Reset out for the right back. And then that'll just get played back from Fitzgerald back to keeper Burkhart. So pushing and shoving from Dylan Rice. Well, he gets another touch. Once again back to Burkhart. Flower City taking their time, kind of moving things as they need. And RNY, no give. Header from Egan goes past Nick Swanger. This will roll into touch, and we'll get a reset of a throw-in, long reset of a throw-in from RNY. Baraka tried to come up that right wing once again. Now a switch to the left wing to Rippey. Good touch to get that away from Kyle Pollard. Pollard now opportunity to throw one in here, get RNY going. Again, want to mention the real fun atmosphere we've got here. And here's Rayleigh. Edge of the box. Tries to work it inside, and that's sent away. This goes, though, off of a Flower City defender. The clearing attempt went off of a lilac and black cladded defender there. And now we're going to get our first corner kick of the afternoon. RNY will get the first one of the game. Their first and the game's first. Left foot into the box, headed away. And now a reset again to Rayleigh. Rayleigh lobbing ball into the box. Burkhart's up there. And there's going to be a whistle here. Burkhart's going to get a chance to send this one away. Official having a conversation with Aiden Burke right now. Whatever transpired on that ball in, Burke is hearing about it right now. Burkhart's right foot sails, headed down by Burke, who's going to get a chance to collect and put it inside. Here's Sidibe. Sidibe battling. He's going to stay on his feet and keep possession. Near the end line, down for Burke. Burke fighting with Rippey. This is going to go into the goal area. Burkhart will take possession of this one. Aiden Burke with a little head fake, kind of pushing in as Burkhart put that one down, kind of forced the quicker throw. Flower City looked to come right off of that foul, not not realizing or just maybe hoping that it wasn't going to be their ball. So Alcott or McDermott. McDermott, first year at University of Albany. Spent some time in the Columbus Crew Academy system in Ohio and is yet another RNYFC Academy player. Rayleigh in a battle with Flower City's Masucci. From the left edge. RNY looking to attack, still moving. Rippey's gonna just send that one away. Eli Sidibe with some just super, super quick, smart footwork. And a sliding clear attempt. This ball's got some English on it. Both teams sort of jockeying for what goes on here, and it's gonna be a corner. RNY will get their second corner of the match. We are at the middle of the 17th minute, 16 and a half elapsed in this one. No score. I think the more dangerous chances, if you want to say it that way, have gone to RNYFC. They're going to get their second corner here. Into the box, headed away once again. That's the second corner and the second result of the same. Rayleigh's ball goes into the box. It gets headed away by a black and lilac shirted defender. Gomez de Almeida will get a throw in here, or Flower City will. He's got the ball in his hands, but so the man with the captain stripe on his tricep there, Matt Bamford, he will throw in here for Union. Lobs one, another head attempt by Burke. Burke's been all over this field. Pollard will throw in. Short touch back for the right back and way up over McDermott's ball. A little pushing and shoving from Swanger against Egan. And there's going to be some regrouping here for RNY back through their middle back. AJ Zarconi, Canisius University, grew up in Buffalo. Instinctually want to say Canisius College, but Canisius University sophomore. Oh, and some physical play far from where I sit. This is going to stay RNY's ball. So a free kick. Level with the 18-yard box, but from about 30 yards away. Push for McDermott. McDermott's going to lob one up over, is going to go up over everybody. McDermott had been trying to connect but not getting it there. Now some pushing and shoving, and this will work against, this time will work against Eli Sidibe. Bamford will play one back to his keeper, Aiden Burke, pressuring. Almost got there. Turning is Rayleigh. He tries to center, does get it into space for Swanger. Swanger trying to push it inside for Sidibe. Sidibe trying to create a little bit of room of his own. Rayleigh's down there, Bamford's down there. They will push and shove, and I believe this will be a goal kick. It will. So the last large chunk of time has been played predominantly in the Flower City half of the field. Nothing super challenging of keeper Christian Burkhart to this point. And now a foul on the opposite side of the field against Sidibe will give RNY possession once again. They will play it back through their defense. Brennan McDermott with Gomez de Almeida bearing down. Here's a takeaway. Little transition, little turn and a shot and a goal! Score! Dylan Rice! Playing it through the defense on that one. There was a miscommunication of some sort and a turnover. And Dylan Rice buries it in the 22nd minute. Here's a peek right here. The turnover. Rice works one-on-one into the box and buries that one. Rice with his second of the season. He had the game winner in the second half against Ambassadors over in Ohio. And he gets Flower City on the board here in this one. Here's another look at the goal. This off the turnover. Rice right to the edge of the 18-yard box, and he plants that one home. Dylan Rice returns from last year's team. This is a former player of the year at local Greece Athena High School. And he puts one home. Flower City leads this Rochester Derby 1-0 as we approach the 23-minute mark in this one. Alcott dancing with his arms around, kind of shouting for the ball. Now with a little less room to work with, he will play it back to the defense. McDermott will play it back even another level. Now maybe trying to come through the middle, Swanger, but he gets it wide. Played up the left wing. That ball into space, trying to connect with Pollard. Now it looks like this will be yet another corner. Dylan Rice's 22nd minute goal right now, the difference, 1-0, 1-0. Flower City leading RNYFC. Third corner of the evening. Right foot, line drive of a ball into the box. Almeida gets it out of there. That was soft left-footed touch. McDermott's first touch got redirected. Burkhart, that might have looked clumsier than it really was. Burkhart sets it down, sends it away, trying to find Rippey, but this is going to bounce up over Nick Rippey's. Zarconi will play it off to the left wing. Dreyer's going to send one way up over the top. Burkhart will collect. He's got some room to work with, but just decides to play it safe. Rayleigh had forced the issue by sort of dancing into that space right there. Ball headed over Flower City's Baraka. That came from Dreyer. Dreyer, the former captain at Rhode Island. Won a MAC championship, played in the NCAAs. Inside, here comes Flower City. Right foot from Almeida doesn't get through. A lot of layers there. Almeida and Baraka had attacked. Sidibe now way back. He shoves into Gomez de Almeida. Flower City's all-time leading scorer. He hits the turf. We've seen Eli Sidibe, the Canisius senior. We've seen him all up and down this field. Physical, fast. He's a dynamic player. He comes back there. Little too much shoving with that connection there with Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida. This is going to result in a Flower City free kick. Goal scorer Dylan Rice placing the ball. We'll see what Flower City dials up here. RNYFC, the green and the white. Setting their defensive wall. Rice 3 yards away from the ball. Official hits the whistle. Rice will get this one going. Right foot up over and way up over. Parker Kump. Parker Kump, a Albany senior, was a reserve keeper on the Syracuse national championship team a couple of seasons ago. Kind of speaks that one note, but it's representative of a lot of notes on here. The high level and the accolades that a lot of these players have. Things they've been able to do in the games they've been able to play in. Fired away by Fitzgerald. Way up into the far stands from where I sit. Midfield touch from Alcott. He moves, and the spinning sort of move there from Swanger. Swanger trying to throw this one into space. Some body position fighting far side of the field will result in a goal kick for Burkhart. Burkhart's lobbing ball ends up near the middle of the pitch. Gomez de Almeida will lob one up. Headed by Pollard. He'll try to get it to the middle. Zarconi will get it there. And then he'll end up with another touch right here. Zarconi and McDermott will decide what to do with this one. Halfback to the fullback. Who holds it? Holds it. Now way back. Ends up attacking Gomez de Almeida. Another inopportune sort of defensive moment here from RNY, and diving into that one was Kump. The ball got there. Rice was in position for a rebound or a second chance. That's the second solid scoring opportunity. The first one was buried from Flower City that had come off of a defensive turnover. Some mismanagement with the ball on those back touches. And that's a talented group. Now the ball gets wide. Here's Ellingson. Swanger surveying, thought about switching sides. RNYFC here. The back's kind of playing along that left wing. Now here's a field switch. Turning, sort of spinning it back to McDermott was Quinn Alcott. Alcott will see it again. Gomez de Almeida, though, battling with him. Alcott hits the deck. Rice now, starting one-on-one. Now he's one-on-two. Rice, now he's one-on-three. Tries to throw it in, does get it in. Can't quite connect, though. Egan had come in from the midfield. Now out into some open area. Pollard. Pollard's going to try to get it across. This hits Bamford on the arm, no call. Once again, back for McDermott. Brennan McDermott will again work with Zarconi to try to start things. Zarconi all the way to the middle of the pitch. He will hold it. No antsiness from Flower City. They're not really revealing much. Getting the impression that Zarconi and McDermott are seeing the field and just not seeing where the soft spots are. Foul that just occurred will result in Christian Burkhart once again getting a chance to deliver one downfield. He sends a line drive of a ball that Masucci redirects, but this heads into touch for an RNY throw-in. And as has been, there we go, the case, RNY will look to work things back through their fullbacks. Rice and Gomez de Almeida, though, down there, sort of creating a little bit of traffic. Here's a ball in. Lot of contact. This ball goes all the way through past the end line, and this will be a goal kick. Official having a friendly chat with Sidibe. Not the first time that his speed and athleticism has caused some havoc today. Alcott trying to work it ahead. Does find it for Rayleigh, who will play it back once again. Here is Zarconi and Alcott. You see Flower City's forward sort of getting in the way of those outlets. Rayleigh in the middle of the field. Alcott puts it wide. McDermott has gained a little ground. McDermott wide. Ellingson, who had been playing on that left side, now finds himself on the right. Pollard's ball goes off of a defender. This ball gets lobbed way over everybody. Baraka will get a chance to counterattack from Flower City. Loose ball gets collected by RNY. Coming out of the middle field, Alcott. Gets it wide for Pollard. Pollard looks to send it back toward the middle of the pitch. Now he's got it back on his foot one more time. Ellingson. Ellingson working against a pair of defenders. He hits the deck. Rippey trying to get it away. Position battles down here as Swanger gets a hold of it. RNY now looking to work up the left flank. Ball into the box. Here comes Burkhardt to collect that one. Jamison Raley had stepped in to handle anything that might have bounced around dangerously. You hear the drums, you hear the chants. Again, fun atmosphere for this one here in the stadium. Hope anybody watching this, wherever you are watching, we hope you have a fun atmosphere as well. I'm sure you do. So an injury pause here. Looks to be upper body. Not sure who the RNY player is that is down. We'll get a note of that in just a sec. Clock is ticking now into the 37th minute. Flower City leading this one 1-0 on the strength of the Dylan Rice goal. Dylan Rice picks up his second of the season. Again, that came off of a inopportune defensive turnover if you were RNYFC. So Coach Rory Trachalo will have to decide what to do here. Quinn Alcott, your injured player, holding his wrist and forearm. The road to this point for both of these teams, as we mentioned, 2-0, both squads. Flower City opened with a home win against Erie Commodores, 2-0. Gomez de Almeida with a pair of goals in that one. So no substitution for Alcott as of yet. As I say that, it looks like Cody Sarkody is going to make his way in. So Cody Sarkody, yet another Canisius University player. Senior. Has played a lot of minutes in the defensive backfield. Very talented player out of New Jersey. He's now an RNYFC coach. That is his connection to the program. One of the only couple of players who didn't come through the academy as a player, growing up and playing high school and club ball in New Jersey, but the local connection, Canisius College. Canisius University. Dreyer. He will play it back once again for Zarconi. Zarconi and Sarcodi, Canisius University connection right there on that back line. Softly in for Swanger. Swanger looking for a little bit of space to angle it to. Raley working one-on-one. He drops it for McDermott. Flower City's defense holding stout. Love the creative footwork from Ellingson. This ends up going into touch, and he will get a throw in here. Well, his team will. He'll give it to Dreyer. Middle of the pitch, touch from Zarconi. Turning. Wide for Raley. Raley looking to get it ahead for Ellingson. Ellingson, will he win a race? Taken away. Rippey sends this one hot up the left wing. Gets it on the foot of Gomez de Almeida. This will be a Flower City ball. Flying in was Matt Bamford with that sort of sliding deflection. If you're joining us after seeing the opener of this doubleheader today, Flower City 1872, there were brief flashes of sunshine in that one. We just had one here, ever so briefly. Had a little sunshine on the field. But alas, once again, the gray of June-tober returns. A little too much physicality from Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida. This will result in a foul that gives RNYFC another crack at it. I was talking about the route to this point here. Flower City opens with that win at home against Erie. They then go to Ambassadors FC, win 2-1. O'Neal and Rice with a goal each. RNY here, as Gomez de Almeida will get a conversation with the official, again being sort of chastised for some physicality. RNYFC opened the same day as Flower City hosting Cleveland. They win that one 2-1. And they host Syracuse a couple of weeks later. They win that one 2-0. Sidibe a pair of goals in both of those games. Sandwiched in between those games was supposed to be the first of its kind derby between these two sides, which would have been hosted by RNY. But here we are with Flower City hosting the first one after the postponement due to weather of that first one. Rippey sends one, second sort of long line drive of a left foot that he gets up the wing. And now another Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida again near the ball. Not sure he was the responsible party there, but you saw a brief flash of frustration. So Jamison Rayleigh will get a chance to fire one in here. Pieces in place, left hand up, left foot liner of a ball that goes off of Ellingson. Rice trying to position himself. Rippey, he'll put one up the left wing again, but not connecting with Masucci. Nate Masucci, like Rice, a Greece Athena product. Playing his ball at Oneonta in the SUNY system. Flower City not giving ground. You saw Dreyer sort of look, peek inside, saw nothing, gets it back. Once again, Zarconi and Sarkody playing catch. That's one of those, again, Canisius connection right there. McDermott, maybe there is a soft spot. Let's see what he can create here. Ellingson working against Rippey. Ellingson just kind of softly sends that one in. Mesafint Ellingson, mentioned it a few minutes ago, had started this one more to the left side of middle of the field in the forward ranks. Now over here on the right. Tactical adjustment moving him to that side. Flower City here will get a throw in near their bench. Clock ticking toward halftime. We are going to be playing in the 45th minute in just a few seconds. 1-0 Flower City. Assume we will see from the table a note on stoppage time. Rippey will just clear that one away. This one will be given to the keeper for a goal kick. Parker Kump. Bulk of this half, aside from 2 scoring chances from Flower City, one of which they connected on, it's been played in the middle of the field and really playing from the defensive backs of RNYFC. But right now, as we're just about to see the clock freeze at 45 minutes, Rippey Long lob of a throw-in into the box. 3 minutes of stoppage time being announced. See it down on the digital board. And as we start into stoppage time, Kump will give to Zarconi for this one. Who gives for Kump? Has attackers barreling in on him. Rice and Gomez de Almeida kind of forced the issue. Sends it away, and now Flower City will get a chance to come up the right wing, perhaps, on this throw-in. Rice, couple of touches, battling with Burke. Far side of my position. Rice trying to send it inside. Can't connect with Gomez de Almeida. Ellingson misses on that one. Rippey, perhaps a chance to counter. Wide for Masucci. Masucci, right foot, lobbed into the box, headed away. Fighting down in front of my position, Masucci. This ball's lobbed up, and this is just going to get taken out of the air by Kump. Good defensive positioning, far side of the field from Cody Sarkody on that one. So Kump looking to get this one away, but Gomez de Almeida is hanging right there, so Kump not looking to put the ball down. Bringing it away, Dreyer gets in the middle of the field. Ball in, intercepted by Baraka. Here's Flower City's Baraka. He gets it taken now. Shoved down. Nothing going with Masucci, but now there is a whistle. As we continue to play into stoppage time here. 45th minute frozen on your scoreboard, frozen on your screen. Flower City leading 1-0. Bamford, long ball. Rippey sort of shrugs off a check. Former ice hockey player, can use that in different contexts with that young man. Battling Masucci. Allingson, frustrated sort of gesture as he sent that one into touch, but it won't matter as the half comes to a close. One half in the books of the, again, I will use the phrase, first of its kind, Rochester Derby, as Flower City Union and RNYFC do battle here, and at the half, 1-0 your score in favor of Flower City. Folks, wherever you are, love the color on your screen. That is some fantastic work from the guy to my right. There's almost a lilac-y sort of glow to that. That's a nice touch there. And we hope you will come back and enjoy the second half right here. You're watching Flower City Soccer.
Flower City Union and Flower City 1872 Soccer. On the game for Rochester, New York FC Academy, number 17, Michael Katenzer, replacing number 7, Aiden Burke. And number 11, Lodi Mata, replacing number 9, Messerfit Ellingson.
Welcome back to the Rochester Community Sports Complex, the Rochester Derby, the first of its kind here in the NPSL. Flower City Union hosting RNYFC. And it's 1-0 here as we're about to get started in the second half. Flower City takes advantage of a defensive turnover. Dylan Rice buries it, his second of the campaign. Had a goal against Ambassadors, and now he's got one against the crosstown rival, RNY. We are underway here in the second half. This is also the second half of a doubleheader here today. Those of you that have been with us, or if you were here at the stadium early this afternoon, Flower City 1872 picks up a 2-0 win over Erie. Flower City and Flower City, the two resident clubs here at the Community Sports Complex. Splitting time here as you see the smoke billowing behind keeper Christian Burkhart as we start this second half here of action in the Rochester Derby. RNY looking to break through for the first time. That touch right there was from Glody Mata. He's on the field for the first time today. He had just checked in to start the half. Mata and Michael Katanzerite have both checked in. Mata, stop me if you've heard this, a Canisius player. Katanzerite playing currently at Cedarville University, previously of Liberty. And both of those fellas part of this Empire United RNYFC Academy system. And both of those guys super talented, so we will see if this sparks RNYFC here in the second half of this one. McDermott will play it back. Now a cross over to Sarkodie. Touch through the middle from Masucci for Flower City. Gets it on the left wing to Rippey, who's going to bring it up. Try to work something here for Flower City. Flower City going left to right. Black and lilac. RNYFC going right to left in white and green. Mentioned at the onset of this one, loving the color matchup. Love the aesthetics of sports. I love aesthetics in general, but this is a fun color matchup. Now a lobbing ball into the box. Rodrigo de Almeida is down there. That was snatched out of the air by Parker Kump. Had mentioned at the start of the broadcast, RNYFC's coach Rory Charchala and the Flower City coaching staff. I talked to Coach Sullivan. A long ball coming down toward the Flower City end. That's going to get just booted out of there by Baraka. Talking to Coach Sullivan, talking to his staff. Coach Lagamba spoke with our general manager, Casey Catlin, and just everyone's excitement over just how, again, the word I used a couple times, and it's kind of a cliche, but was used more than once, how fun this type of matchup is. RNYFC, Flower City, the Derby. And, had a conversation about just the league and just how there's the professionalism that both teams see here in NPSL and just the environment that that's going to create for these young men. A lot of these, again, college players in their off-season playing here in this pre-professional level of soccer in the United States. It's a cool experience for everyone involved. And so far, a real fun one here today from downtown Rochester. Mata coming up the left wing, working against Flower City's Fitzgerald. Mata, left foot, and smacked out of there off a sliding defensive play from Ryan Fitzgerald. Flower City's Fitzgerald, he's a Nazareth senior, Again, a lot of local college representation here on the Flower City side. You see Fisher, you see MCC, you see Roberts Wesleyan, and here in the case of Fitzgerald, Nazareth University. I'm a proud Nazareth College grad, so shout out to my fellow Golden Eagle there. Golden Flyer. Well, I can't even get my own mascot right. So a corner here for RNYFC early in the second half. Lobbing ball into the box, headed away. Nice defensive play from Flower City. I think that one got sent out of there by Nelson. That header went off of Fitzgerald again. McDermott collects. He sends it up to the right wing. Nelson once again with a header, but it ends up going right to Jamison Rayleigh. Rayleigh battling down here with Baraka. Right foot from Pollard, tries to go inside. Mata trying to create a little bit of space for himself. Here's a left foot header to the net, off the post. Burkhart didn't get there, and then here's one's gonna scream up over into space. So Burkhart lays out to stop that one, but the ball gets all the way to the upright. Here is a look at it. Mata plays it to Pollard. Pollard's left foot goes in. There's the header. Clang. Rayleigh can't believe that doesn't go. And this one kind of sails up out of there. Best chance of the afternoon so far for RNY, and just a few minutes into this second half. Flower City not letting keeper Kump down there get comfortable. So goal kick will come here. 6:10 into this second half. Good time for a goal kick. Good time for some gloves here in the chilly atmosphere. Shout out to everybody here in attendance. I believe the word I used before was June-tober. Warmer weather ahead, folks. This will look like summer soccer in the not too distant future. On the heels of that foul, Flower City will get a free kick here. Matt Bamford, speaking of local colleges, MCC and Nazareth for this guy. Right foot into the box, heading toward the net. Header doesn't connect, and this is going to sail into touch. Behind the net, behind the end line. Parker Kump will get a chance to restart things here for RNYFC. Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida not letting things happen slowly. And a foul will work against Flower City here. Not the first time Almeida has been around the ball with some physical play. Zarconi and Sarkody will play catch one more time. That Canisius connection. Sarkody up over the top, trying to get one inside. Burkhart's going to just come and snatch that out of the air. Tanzerite was barreling in on that ball in. So this one will get played back one more time. Not the first time we've heard it played back. Not always as far as Parker Kump. Stumbling Sarkody, but he is able to recover there as Pollard puts it back on his foot. RNYFC has done a lot of playing and sort of starting and stopping through their backs. Not the first time we've seen Sarkody and Zarconi playing catch. Now Pollard finding a little bit of room. Glody Mata moving out toward the middle of the field. Swanger gets it wide. McDermott's got a little bit of room. Pollard, left foot, slides one into the box. Baraka's just gonna get one and zing that out of there. Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida trying to get creative, trying to work against the very capable Cody Sarkody. So this is gonna be an RNY ball, it seems. A throw-in. Miscommunication here. McDermott was about to set that one in as a free kick. And now the official has had enough. Does not go to the card. Zarconi gets a very brief earful. This will be a Flower City ball over just below where I am perched. Ryan Fitzgerald. It will lob one up, trying to connect with Almeida. Sarkody, a touch to Mata. Canisius teammates. RNYFC teammates. Rice, heel kick, trying to connect, trying to get it out. Here comes RNY on a counterattack. This is gonna come inside, battling for some position. Sidibe. And this call goes against Eli Sidibe. So a ball now gets played once again from McDermott. Coming free, Nick Rippey. He puts it out to the right edge, left edge, I should say. Now a ball up and over. Here's Masucci. Masucci, edge of the box. Puts a right foot toward the middle. Sarkody's going to just clear that out of there, but this is going to result in what'll just be Flower City's second corner of the game. Right here, a peek at what you just saw. Suchi reading to his right, and Sarkody just cleans up that one. A flag comes up as Baraka gets a touch down against the sideline. So the offside will result in a free kick here for RNY. Long ball does not connect with Mata. Does head out of bounds. Throw in. Sidibe trying to box out. Baraka will lob one out. Ball back toward the keeper from Swanger, but sent away by Zarconi. Swanger again, middle of the pitch. Plays through the middle. Here's a ball in. This is going to get to Mata on the left wing, working against Baraka. Mata. Right foot, lobs one in. Header doesn't connect. Another header does connect, and Burkhart's going to throw his hand up and let this one fall past the end line. Christian Burkhart will send one to the left edge. Rippey does keep that one in bounds, but this is going to head over to Kump. Zarconi had done everything he could to just kind of get that on his keeper's foot, and he does. McDermott plays it off wide to Sarkodie. Gomez de Almeida trying to play one ahead. Does connect with Masucci. Now Hobson. Jack Hobson. Roberts Wesleyan zone. This one will be played back for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald scoots one along the turf. Doesn't connect through. Now returning back the other way. Mata's pass a little too hot. Now switching field, sending it to the far side from where I sit. Hobson does find Rippey. Rippey with a little bit of room to maneuver. Edge of the box. Now a right foot does come inside, but Egan's shot or pass, whatever you want to call that, does not connect with a Flower City teammate. Sidibe working against Fitzgerald, trying to battle, trying to win one-on-one. He ends up going 1 against 1 in like 3 different matchups. RNYFC will play on. Kyle Pollard looks ahead. Touch to Sidibe. Trying to go inside. Sidibe doesn't win a race, and sliding out there, Burkhart. Eli Sidibe there's track in his history. Beyond all of the soccer skill, you can see that with the speed, the creativity. He led Canisius in goals this past season. RNY again playing things through their mids and their backs. Brendan McDermott and Swanger trying to start things. There's been little room to sort of penetrate through. This ball does fly all the way into the box, headed away by Baraka, but now kept trying to collect. Left foot goes off a defender. Out to the middle of the field, Gomez de Almeida sends that one down. Dreyer puts it on the foot of Swanger. And RNY will again work it through their backs. Pollard finds McDermott, who's gonna get it to AJ Zarconi once again. Now a ball in, headed away by Nelson. Rippey plays one back. This will get collected by Rice. Rice battling 1 against 2. He gets shoved down, but we're going to play on here. Possible chance brewing here. Nope. That'll get sent away by Fitzgerald. Coming way out of his box, almost reaching for it, was Kump. Header at the last second there. Christian Burkhart will put a right foot, kind of line drive one into the middle of the pitch. Rice looking to go inside. Baraka going to look to win a race here. Baraka, right foot toward the front of the net. This is going to scream right past the front of the cage. Kump will collect. Gomez de Almeida was down there, but Baraka not connecting with him. Some first half analysis. RNYFC having had a hard time kind of finding spots to penetrate through Flower City's defense. So far this half, there's been a little bit more room, a few more openings, however you want me to say that. They've been able to get a little bit closer. You saw generating there a kind of on cue, a similar situation. Now a foul is going to result in a RNY free kick from about a yard away from the 18-yard box. If my math is something there, that's 8-19, something like that. Conversation happening with the official. Brennan McDermott. So as the crow flies about 23, 24, 25 yards away. Free kick coming here in the 56th minute. Left foot into the box, headed out of there by Masucci. Now a left foot to the box, and he scores! Goal! The left foot banger from Nicholas Swanger. I didn't do that on purpose, but that came out well. And Swanger ties it up. Here's a look at it. This is the free kick. Headed out. Swanger from 20 yards just lasers that one.
Goal in the 65th minute.
So we are playing tied here. RNYFC gets the answer here in the second half. Now looking to come right back. Follow a goal with a goal. Gomez de Almeida gets dragged from behind, and this is going to result in a card. Official is going to a yellow card.
Yellow card has been
for Brennan McDermott. Here's another look at the goal. It was headed out of there by Masucci, but one touch to settle it and then banged home. Nick Swanger. Again, that's captain one time of the U of R here in Rochester team. 56 games over 4 years, played a lot of minutes in that U of R midfield. So this free kick will come off the foot of Jack Hobson. Left foot, scorching toward the box. Header from Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida. This one sails wide. So looking down at the table, Flower City about to make a couple of changes. We'll get word on that when the two fellas check in as we play up toward the 3-2-1. We're in the 69th minute. Kump with Almeida barreling down, sends it away. Bamford heads that one right back. Touchdown, here comes Flower City. Right foot sails up over the net. Egan not connecting. Official pointing to the sideline. So Baraka will sit. Checking in Chase Alexander.
Coming in for your Flower City Union, number 9, Chase Alexander. Replacing number 17, Josh Baraka.
So Chase Alexander comes in for Baraka.
Miles Palmer.
Miles Palmer checks in as well.
20, Gavin Egan.
He will replace Gavin Egan. Alexander, the Robert Morris sophomore, played his game, local high school game at Brighton. Miles Palmer, one-time Fairport High School star, playing his game now at Roberts Wesleyan. Both of these two add speed, both of these two add skill, and both of these two add finishing touch. So Coach Jordan Sullivan, on the heels of the tying goal, puts in a little bit more firepower. We'll see where this gets Flower City. As a lobbing ball over the top, almost found Palmer right away. Now a couple bodies collide. This is going to be a Flower City possession. Nope, this is not going to be a Flower City possession. Official pointing in the wrong direction. Saw Coach Rory Charchala come out of his seat, just apoplectic at that one. And now a sub coming for RNYFC as well. Tyler Moran will check in.
For the Rochester, New York FC Academy, number 14, Tyler Moran. Replacing number 4, Brennan McDermott.
Brennan McDermott will finish his evening. Tyler Moran, another U of R connection here. Previously at DePaul. And proud to say this one, Tyler Moran, a graduate and fellow Marauder from Buffalo's St. Joseph's Collegiate Institute. Tyler Moran and I, SJCI, fellow grads. He checks in here as we tick away in the 72nd minute. Gomez de Almeida with a look at a turnover right there. So Zarconi will get a chance to start things here. Moran will send one off to the right. Rayleigh can't get one through Rippey. Flower City will reset through their own backs now. Burkhart will send one up. Rice will collect. Nice move to stay free on the left wing. Flower City will switch sides. Fitzgerald. Ball into the box. This is going to go right off a bounce. That connected with the keeper. This is going to be a Flower City throw-in. Chase Alexander generating a little bit of offensive push there. Alexander, long throw-in, bouncing in the box still. Now a left foot from Palmer doesn't find pay dirt. There's a look here. There's that long throw-in. This ball lands right on the turf. Rippey gets a head on it. And then it's down, and then there's the touch from Palmer. RNYFC will move things here to Pollard. Up the wing to Mata. He sees it sail just in front of him. Flower City throw in. And some pushing and shoveling and an outright tackle from one-time Marauder Moran. Quickly sent on the ensuing start to Rippey on the left wing for Flower City. Rippey trying to find a little bit of room to maneuver. Pushes for Rice, who gets it back for Bamford. Bamford, right foot. This is going to sail toward the box. Alexander's there, but he can't get a touch. We're playing 1-to-1 soccer here in the Rochester Derby. Clock just ticked into the 75th minute. First half goal for Flower City and a second half goal for RNYFC. Back for Sarkody. He's going to cross it over for Zarconi. Have enjoyed trying to not trip over those two names. Left foot touch into space for Sabidi. Sabidi down there, working against Fitzgerald. Sabidi turns right. This is going to get sent away by a nice defensive clearing. Masucci got that one out of there. Zarconi will now once again regroup for his squad. Swanger sends it right. Dreyer will send one ahead. Continued pressure here from RNYFC. This will be a throw in at about the edge of the attacking third. Sabidi sends it back for Pollard. Pollard's going to send it wide for Glody Mata. Mata working against the vendor. Right foot into the box. It's down there, but it's got headed or kicked or something out of there. Not sure where the contact came. Keeper punched it right out of there. Appreciation to the eyes down the booth here. Mata once again, another left foot. This is gonna, I think, just get taken out of the air by Burkhardt, and it is. Burkhardt quickly roller to Rice. Rice is gonna send it wide for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald puts a green cleat and sends this one downfield. Gomez de Almeida trying to collect, he can't get it from Swanger. Now he's got another look at it, but this will just get blasted away from Parker Kump up into the stands. Throw in from right in front of the Flower City bench. A little too much physicality on the ensuing throw in. This will give RNY a new start of things. Touchdown by Rice. Inside for Gomez de Almeida. He's trying to work against a couple of defenders, can't get through. Nelson with a shove to Sabidi as they both went up for the ball. Fitzgerald trying to work against Mata. Mata gets the best of him. Mata trying to work it inside for Sabidi. Nelson, he's going to try to get this away. They interlock, Nelson and Mata. The official is going to point in favor of Flower City on this start here. So this just ends up being a throw-in anyway. Almost de Almeida for Rice in the middle. Sent to the right wing for Rippey. That's the left wing for Rippey. He's going to switch to his right foot and send one in kind of hot. Does hit Palmer. This will remain Flower City ball on a throw-in far from where I'm sitting that appears to be Palmer, but he will leave for Bamford. Bamford working against Rayleigh. Into touch once again. Masucci in the corner, trying to find a lane. Does get it out. A header goes sort of skittering away from Hobson. Alexander's going to try to turn and start things up now from the right side. He sends a worm burner of a shot toward the box. This will be a throw in for Flower City. Deep up the right side. Long throw into the box. Bounces down. Rippy's down there, but he sees this cleared away. Flower City will get to do all of this again from the far side. Rippy now might take a running start. Looks like he is. He's going to take a few paces back toward the stands. He sends this long one into the box. Gomez de Almeida battling. It looks like we're going to have a goal kick. Pushing and shoving. This ends up going off of, I should say, a Flower City player. Parker Kump will get a chance to regroup. Tyler Moran will play one off to the right. Sliding attempt at a touch from Rice, doesn't connect. Now a chance for RNY up the right wing. Lobbing touch does find Sabiti. He takes Rippy down. This is going to result in a Flower City possession. Christian Burkhart will back up. About 30 yards away from his cage. Right foot, long ball downfield. Rice. Now a counter, Mata. He tries to lob one up over the top. This is going to get, I think, too close to the sideline. It does end up going into touch. Although this will remain RNY ball. Rayleigh puts one ahead. Rayleigh was trying to connect. Tanzerite. So a corner here is what develops. 1-1 score, approaching the 82-minute mark. Corner kick in a tie ball game. Left foot liner of a kick ends up out of bounds, hitting the side of the nets, and Burkhart will get a chance to get it away for Flower City. So some pushing and shoving and a little too much from perhaps Nick Rippey. This will result in a reset here for RNYFC. Here's Moran, middle of the pitch. RNY again will try to play things here through their backs. Sent ahead for Pollard. Pollard's lobbing touch doesn't connect with Mata, and it gets sent away by Flower City. Gomez de Almeida battling. Gets away on the right wing. He's going to try to put it inside for Masucci. Masucci trying to find his way through to pay dirt, and it gets taken by the keeper. Masucci was battling the entire way down there with Zarconi. Zarconi down, a little shaken up. There's a look at it here. Masucci and Zarconi. Kump just comes and takes that one out of there. See the clock ticking close to 84 minutes.
Yellow card has been issued to Flower City Union's number 12, Nate Masucci.
So Masucci picks up a yellow card on the previous exchange. Coney gets it head for Moran. Moran to the left side for Sarkody. Sarkody, nice move to kind of create a little room for himself. Mata sees the ball go off his foot. Masucci, though, has it taken. Here's Mata. Nice defensive slide down there from Fitzgerald toward the middle of the field and flying in with a header and coming shaken up. So Zarconi down. The whistle indicates this will be RNY ball. Rice unhappy with the situation. Quickly, RNYFC gets things going. Zarconi, edge of the center circle. RNYFC, we're in the 86th minute. For the last real solid chunk, have had sustained possession and pressure. A couple flashes from Flower City. Good defensive play by Matt Bamford, but this will result in a corner kick. So, last few minutes of this one, it's 1-1. Corner kick for RNYFC. And up, foot down, ball up. Floating into the box, this is gonna get headed down, but I think that went off of a Flower City head. It did. This is gonna be another corner kick. Late moments of this one. Last few minutes anyway. Jamison Rayleigh will start this lobbing, or line more so, liner of a corner kick. He will get a shot at it again. This got sent right past the end line. The official having a conversation with players in the box here, getting themselves ready. Rayleigh will again start it up. Hand up, foot down, ball. This one does lob its way to the far edge of the box. That'll get sent out of there by Nelson. Collision with Moran and Alexander. RNY ends up keeping possession here. A left foot ball over to the edge of the box, trying to connect with Jamison Rayleigh, but he's going to watch this sail past the end line. This is going to give Christian Burkhardt a chance for Flower City to maybe generate something here in the last couple of minutes. Right foot, middle of the pitch. Rippey taps it down. But quickly counterattacked by RNYFC. Coming back. Bamford on defense. Sent in, headed away by Nelson. Rippey lobs one out. Moran battling with Masucci on the far side of the pitch. Here's some room for Rice. He's gonna slide this one. Nice play to Alexander. Alexander working against Mata. Little miscommunication. This is gonna end up with Rice playing back. Him and Fitzgerald got a little crossed up. Here's RNYFC on the counter. Mata collects. Edge of the box, he's gonna lob one up. This is gonna miss everybody. Goal kick coming as we are approaching the 89-minute mark. Burkhart's lobbing ball. Almeida will send it up over his head. Palmer is down there. Almeida again flying up into the air. Contact with Sarkody. This goes against Almeida as RNYFC will get their start here with a free kick. Middle for Swanger. Swanger gets it wide. Swanger, the goal scorer. Ball inside for Mata, misses. Suchi turns, finds Rice. Flower City perhaps with a counterattack here. Rice puts it wide for Almeida. Almeida, edge of the box. Liner of a lob's going to go past the end line. Clock is ticking up to the 90-minute mark. Clock is frozen at 2 minutes of stoppage time. The Rochester Derby is tied at 1. 2 minutes to go here. Bamford gets it to Masucci. Masucci is going to send it wide for Alexander. Alexander, edge of the box, sends one inside, headed away by Sarkody. Now this goes past the end line. This is going to result in a Flower City corner. Jack Hobson will put this one into play on the corner kick. Couple strides back. Left foot, liner toward the net, headed down, almost in. Lob back toward the net, and it's going to get taken out of the air nice and easy by Parker Kump. Dangerous if you are an RNY supporter. Opportunistic if you're Flower City, but nothing coming of it, and we stay 1-1. Wide for Rippey as Flower City looks to once again put something together. Rippey can't get through, does get through into space. Here's Rice. Rice turning right foot, headed right at the goal line. What a play. That ball was labeled for the upper corner. Long throw in into the box. Headed. This ball is still in the box. And sent out of there. What a chance for Dylan Rice. Had a real good look at his second of the game. Now Rippey again. Once again trying to create and get something going here. Left foot, lob ball, header, score! Goal! Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida puts it home in stoppage time at the death. Grabs the flag. Crowd and sideline erupting. What a moment for Flower City. Here it is. Here's the left foot touch from Hobson. Here's the header from Almeida.
Yellow card is issued to Flower City unit number 28, Rodrigo Almeida.
So Almeida also picks up a yellow card on the celebration, but not after scoring the lead goal. And we're still in stoppage time. Flower City leading the Rochester Derby 2-1. RNYFC will look to maybe generate something quick, but they will not have the chance. That goal comes at the death. Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida, 90 plus, puts the header home, and an exciting finish to a back and forth battle all day. One more look at the goal. What a touch from Hobson, right where Almeida needs it. Oh, you feel for Parker Kump. Almeida right here goes and finds the flag. That's what I think earned him that yellow card. But what a finish. Unbelievable. That last second goal from the all-time leading scorer in this franchise's history. Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida picks up his franchise-leading 13th of his career here in Rochester in Flower City, wearing the lilac and black for Flower City Union. What a finish to what was, I beat this to death, but the coaches started with this one early. I'm going to say with it, a fun matchup here in the first NPSL Rochester Derby, Flower City Union and RNYFC. This could have gone either way, but the home team prevails on a last-second finish, a last-second goal at the death. One more time from Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida. Dylan Rice gets them on the board early in this one. Nicholas Swanger laser blasts a left foot shot from about 20 yards away to even it in the second half. And then one last time I will mention it, Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida. The goal right at the end. And there's your difference. Here it is one last time, folks. Lobbed up, headed back into the net. And that's it. 2-1 your score, 2-1 your final. Flower City stays atop the table. These two teams come in at the top of the table tied, both 2-0. Flower City moves to 3-0. RNYFC drops to 2-1. Both teams, though, should feel good about where they are in this one. A lot of talent. Both teams will move on. Next matchups, RNYFC, they will travel next Friday, play at Niagara. Flower City, their next game also against Niagara, but it'll be next Sunday here at home. So both of these teams will get a look at the same team in their next matchup. Fans, once again, your final here in this one, the NPSL version of the Rochester Derby, first of its kind. Flower City Union defeats RNYFC 2-1. I am Bill Smith. Joel here in the command center with me has been pushing the buttons, doing the camera, doing all the dirty work, the pretty work, we'll call it. And you have enjoyed all of this, a production of Flower City Soccer.